A chorus of cicadas. The forest is home to a priceless treasure. A marvelous and exceedingly rare creature lives here. You can search the entire continent and never find such habitat. Of course, the value of our treasure is not apparent at first glance. The village elder holds up a cup of the clear, waiting for forbidden berries as he speaks. His ancestors have kept watch over this tiny village for generations. It is summer, and the mass cities of millions of cicadas pour down upon the small fort that guards the entrance to the village. Of course, the entrance sounds like a steady rain. I wonder if you gentlemen understand what I mean. And scans, a dozen or so powerfully built men gather at the fort. All of them wear a look of puzzlement. All but one, that is. "So your name is Kime?" asked one of the villagers. "I don't know what he's talking about." Kime nods and points upward. "This is cicadas," he says. "It's targets for the villagers." With a light man, the other says, "So you know, do you?" Far from delighted, the men in armor share suspicious glances. Armed mercenaries. They've been hired by the village to protect the forest's treasure. Hey, wait just a second there," rumbles the voice of one soldier, perhaps a bold bit of liqueur. "You tell me this treasure is supposed to protect just cicadas? What's special about them? They're everywhere." "That is true," says the other, "which is why I said the value of our treasure is not obvious at first glance." It sounds like just like any cicadas I've ever heard. And the mercenary looks bemused and says, "Yeah. How is this course of cicadas different from the other? They're just like ones from my hometown." The other soldiers laugh in agreement. "Absolutely," says one. "No difference," says another. The other village, however, are not amused. Determined Kimes nail Alaroscum to help us protect our treasure. "That's what I'm here to do," he replies. "Tell me again, Kime, do you really know the meaning of the treasure of this forest?" "I do. And let me ask you this. Do you know when this summer's battle will bear fruit?" Kime takes a sip of liquor and releases a long breath and says, "In 75 years. We're fighting for the summer 75 years from now. Is that what you mean?" Another stir goes through the group of villagers. The elder, with a great little satisfaction, nods deeply and refills Kime's cup. The stern mercenary the elder says, "We protect our cicada chorus generation after generation. The ones who made it possible to hear our summer's chorus. Listen. Sounds like pouring rain. The villagers who grew up men 75 years ago when I was just a boy. Of course, the forest last summer was protected 76 years ago, and the next summer the cicadas protected 74 years ago will start singing together. That's how we've protected the forest cicadas over the years. Do you gentlemen now see how much it means to us?" "It's a matter of simple arithmetic. I hate maths." After the eggs are buried in the ground, the cicadas that live in the forest spend 75 long years in the larval stage. And at last, in the summer of their 75th year, they become mature insects that come out of the ground, sing like mad in the treetops for a short week or two to remain alive. Before they die, they come down from the trees, mate, bury their eggs in the ground. A new crop of eggs and spend another 75 long years in the earth. The fact that we can hear cicada chorus this summer means only one thing. This forest was at peace 75 years ago. Similarly, if the forest remains at peace this summer, the villagers will be able to hear the chorus 75 years from now. We've used what little money we have to pay you gentlemen to assemble you here for this. The forest will sound with cicada chorus for 75 years. All the mercenaries but Kime openly showed their disappointment. "Wait just a second now, Grandpa," says one of the soldiers standing ramrod straight. "You didn't exactly say you're supposed to risk our lives to protect a bunch of bugs?" "Exactly. And suppose we succeed in what we risk our lives for now. The results won't show up for 75 years? That is precisely what I mean." "Come on, old man. You're just kidding. If it were money and valuables, that'd be one thing. We might lose our lives here. And for what? Bugs? Well, you are mercenaries after all." "Okay now, Grandpa. I'm going to ask you one last time. This village is poor and only people have the skin to save money to put this money together. No question about that. You said this is for bugs for 75 years now? You're living in the same world I'm living in. Something like that, you're willing to spend every last bit of money you've got and in the bargain get us to gamble our lives? Are you insane? You want the children for 75 years from now to hear the cicada chorus from themselves. What's so strange about that? Now we're having trouble understanding you." "Don't toy with me, old man. I can't take a job like that," the man shouts, and storms out the fort. Some of the other mercenaries call at him. Hey, wait for me! I'm coming with you! Risk our life for bugs? What a rotten deal that is! You hurry after him. One after him. One man after another disappears with part of your mark. In keeping my advance, though, several of them the only fighter left in the fort is Kime. The downpour cicada cries continue unabated. The whole forest sounds like one gigantic creature. One young man is working in the lookout post at the fort ahead of the part of the mercenaries. He asks Kime, "You alright with this?" "I'm fine. I knew what I was getting myself into. Heard after they left. Those men are a bad bunch." It's true. They're in it for what they can get after the job is done. They're fine until they finish protecting the village from the enemy. They start asking for bonuses. Grab valuables and harass villagers. We saved the village for you, right? Couldn't hurt if you give us a little extra to say. Reason this year's mercenaries quit is because they realised there was no hope of any bonuses out of this village. "Why did you stay, Kime?" Young man asked him. "There must have been a lot of jobs that would have paid you more." So something I wouldn't be a bad idea to spend life for something 75 years for future and for a change, that's all. Young man also says thoughtfully, and he tells Kime of the old stories of the village. Long, long ago, way before I was born, when the village elders was still a boy, there was a summer as a kid that didn't sing at all. Of course, this means 75 years before that, there was a battle that ravaged the forest. Elder says that the summer forest of fights the kid, of course, is so sad and lonely. It was horrifying, actually giving the chills. Through the cells were alive, but it felt like the whole forest had died. Sitting alone in the silent forest, he felt so lonely he wanted to cry. And worse, he felt intense anger toward our ancestors for not having to protect the forest 75 years earlier. The elder tells the story whenever he has had a little too much to drink. Kind nods in silence. "I know all about that," Holmes lets himself say, but swallows his words and smiles and said. The man goes on. "So anyhow, when the elder was sitting and crying in the forest, he says, a traveller came along, young man, big and strong, man like you came," said the elder. "Don't forget how sad and lonely you are today. When you grow up, make sure you never let the children who come 75 years after you feel this way." He says he doesn't remember the man's face, but he'll never forget his words. He tells the story to young people of the village over and over. Ken knows again, saying nothing but the skin of his back seems to creep beneath his shirt. All these years, the elder has kept the promise he made to the traveller. No matter the merchants might have pressed him, he's never let them do anything that will ruin the forest. He's kept in good terms with the neighbouring village to avoid making enemies. Sometimes the dealings are not to our advantage, and also many chances for us to make money. That's why the village is still so poor. The young man gives a self-deprecating chuckle. Still, not one person in the village resents the elder for what he's done. Village kids have always gone to the forest to bathe themselves in the shower of cicadas chorus. So he grew it up, took it for granted. Feel nothing but gratitude toward the elder and all the ancestors who came before him. He have enabled us to hear the cicada chorus every year. Kine says nothing in reply, but begins to savor the creeping feeling across his back. He brings to mind the face of that young boy he met so long ago, more than 80 years ago. "Why aren't the cicadas singing?" the boy sobbed. "Why is there one cicada this year? Our ancestors burned down the forest back then." The gleam in his eye, that same gleam hidden by his wrinkles, still resides in the eye of the elder, passed down from one generation to the next. It is there in the eyes of the young man gathering fort with Kime. This is the very reason that Kime is here. Now the village, which has kept peace for so many years, is about to be attacked. The country is expanding its power, so has valued the border and is heading this way. Prospects of victory are slim. Now says, "You can get us through the summer, that is all we need. I ask you to help prevent them from devastating this forest until the cicadas have planted their eggs." The human country is not likely to show much interest in this poor village, which is merely a pathway for the army marching toward the city beyond the forest. The village can hold out until the end of the summer and surrender with the coming fall. The enemy will probably charge straight through the forest and head through the city. The other says, "And when after a nice little visit they leave us, off to them off their party gift. And his ward off, out old head of mine." Laughing, he mimes cutting his own head off. The elder has transcended any seeming attachment to this world. He has lived a full life. Now all he wants to do is for remaining life give the children 75 years in the future the chance to hear the cicadas. "Tell me one thing," Kine says to the young man, bringing his sword close to his hand. "What's that?" "When you're grown up, you know better in your life a future that's still 75 years away?" "I will," he replies with the slightest hesitation. You see the joyful faces of children 75 years from now, but I do know that the forest will be filled with the crying of the cicadas every summer, whether now or next year or 75 years from now or even beyond that. That's what they call a grandma's responsibility. I'm the only one who believes all this. All the young people in this village do. No, it's damn good young people I see. What's that? Did you say something? No, nothing at all. Cam holds himself in readiness, staring straight ahead. Just clouds well up on the horizon. The enemy unit seems to be approaching. The cicadas cry without ceasing. The enemy is coming. Alright, it's time. Cam heads up to battle. The cicada chorus reverberates endlessly as they're playing the song of life. Okay, exit the world map, go Grand Staff Construction Base.
I'm always ready. It appears I've still got a lot to learn.
Grand Staff Construction Base. Runaway reaction. That's bad, right? I can do it yet. Just need the pendulum moving again, right? You can do that, Seth? Of course I can. Here, let me have a look. You did it. Power's back online. The limiter's working again. Thanks so much for helping us. Don't listen to make up for peace like this. Warehouse. It's the resting room. Where's the building material warehouse? Guessing it's here, maybe? Now we need to go to temporary laboratory. Talk to Lillian. You're a mission too far away. Gotta get a gauge closer to magic locations. You can't at a time. Got some magic research. Nothing too difficult. Since you need to take the magic gauge here to set up your magic locations of the world. Once this location lies on top of the Epsilon Mountains. The location says to be inside the Black Cave, by the frozen entrance to the Ice Canyon Gotza, and the ruins of the ancient Eastern tribe. Magic locations are areas where magic energy settles in high concentrations. Find the right way with the gauge. What you do is drop the gauge there and you're done. Order your efforts, of course. You trust it? Thank you very much. So be magic and breakthrough in our magic research. Here's your gauge. How many do you do? Seaman. Heirloom family house. Get solid seed. Don't ask, or do you? Oh, that's the item shop. I think the tavern's over this way, is it not? Nope. This is the tavern here. Check out the jukebox for set to fix it. Jukebox. Oh. Mess up and find a way to fix this thing. Maybe I should have a peek inside. Oh, no you don't. You always mess it up more. Here, let me see it. Oh well, this is incredible. I can hear music from music again. Thank you very much. Like I said, just fixes things. They say this thing's broken. That's it'll start working again or kick it. But I don't want to break it anymore than it already is. Don't touch it, okay? Ah, it's not broken. Here, let me have a look. There you go. Wow, that's amazing. It's fixed. Thanks a lot, sir. Here, take this. Got a gotcha. I assume it's like east, but I don't know. Nope. Technically accessible west ladders down to reach road time. Oh, before doing so, talk to Jag at the lower road. I said the lower road, so I'm wondering if it is actually just... Talk to Gibble south from Frozen up to Rosa. I think Rosa's was the... Wait a minute, aren't you the one who... No, whatever, I don't care about anything more. My friends have gone, as I said, those who didn't meet the red at the Highlands of Vol. We are immortal. We're going to the Highlands of Vol, bring back the keepsake of Kent, and Hanley's like a field of debts are worth something. What, you aren't going to listen to this guy, are you? Is it okay? There's a massive landslide in Wall, but our battlefield is completely buried in mud. Maybe someone took whatever it is you're looking for during the battle. That's because it's impossible to track down. Besides, what happened was not your fault. When Gore's one to blame, him and his unstable ground staff, just not thinking about it. Okay, so from here... Small way of turning the Great Gate of Aurora. I did say this was going to be a collectathon session today. So Barkus we need to go to. That's the wrong place. You're not that there. What's the story, eh? Hey, Barkus, is this for sale or not? Hmm? Well, someone brought that from an exhibition in the Highlands. First bit of work was just us now, of course. It was raining and they make half an hour find its owner next kin, but if kin, well, I'm totally flying, I don't care. Turn to Lutine. Um, this is the sword my friend brought from the wall. I should find this for me. Listen, Immortal. Kill my friends in the Wall Highlands. You're gonna be my sworn enemy by normal standards. I really can't value friendship above all else. You need a great debt for helping me commemorate our friends, so please take this. Go along the side towards the abandoned apartment. Go along the west side towards the abandoned apartment and approach Tricia and Ragmund. There we go. You alright? Do you feel any pain? I'm fine, fine. I was just cold. I'll be okay, some rest. Don't worry about me. The ranking of lives. Terrible epidemic is ravaging the kingdom. The onset of the disease is sudden. Due to genetic or perhaps hormonal factors, it strikes only males. The victim experiences a high fever, a violent headache, and often a swift death. The disease does have two hopeful aspects. First of all, once an individual survives it, he not fear catching it again. From then on, he has immunity. Secondly, the extreme effective medicine exists if used preventatively or in initial stages of the disease. The drug, a tablet being primarily of a plant that grows in the mountains, also is a cure. Assuming people can relax, there's no need to worry. Unfortunately not. Very ironic twist of fate is something that life tends to front upon people all too often. The high altitude plant used to make the medicine is also effective for prevention and early cure is extremely rare, verging on extinction. There's not enough medicine for all kingdom subjects, only for certain people. Do you see what I mean? Asked Doc, quiet man on patrol in the capital's marketplace of military policeman Kime. Then his sharp gaze down one alley after another kind response. They're saying they rank people to decide who gets the medicine? Exactly, says Doc. In deciding rank, ordinary Brandos has either subjects indispensable to the nation or other subjects. Capital military policemen receive their medicine relatively early, which demonstrates their ranking as subjects indispensable to the nation. This makes sense, Dr. Zon. Balls were to keel over, order in the capital break down like nothing. This would be the picture of health as we patrolled the city, right, Cam? We're second homeland, as to say. I suppose so. First, the royal family gets the medicine, then the royal guards. Third come the politicians, then the financiers who run the country's economy. The police and firemen, doctors, and finally us, the capital military police. No, not to give it to just anybody. Doc all spits out his final words and he asks, "What do you think, Kime? Ordinary subjects are people too. Is it okay to rank them like that?" In theory, casually real to reply without hesitation that of course it's not okay. But realistically speaking, he says, "No way around it." He averts his gaze from Docs as he hears Elle say these words. "No way around it, huh?" He mutters with obvious distaste. You're right. There is no way around it. So he's trying to convince himself. In fact, he does seem to be the only one means open to them. Folks here in the marketplace know about the disease, obviously. Obviously, answers Doc. Richard fears gets better of them, they could riot at any time. Absolutely. Just managed to keep the peace by patrolling the streets like this. I know what you mean. If it comes to the disease, their lives would put more at risk. Can't dose every subject to keep them. I need to think about how they best get the harm of the impact of the disease to the absolute minimum. Can I say that better myself, Cam? Got a perfect score, good job. Towards her fears, cover obvious barbs. Since in their presence, Cam saw silent. Around Doc's shot comments is not only pain of biting sarcasm, but the sorrow of helplessness. Two children, boy and a younger girl, run past them, laughing, dressed in rags. They have come from a slum behind the market to gather scraps of vegetables that are better than garbage. Not points that are just receiving forms, says. Let me ask you a question, Kyle. Alright. Are those kids subject into the vegetable to the nation? Kyle has no answer for him, because he knows the right answer all too well. He only lapses into silence. Responding to Kyle's silence with a bitter smile that goes on. According to your logic, Kyle, if those kids fall sick and die, there's no way around it. Or at least capital police like us have great right to missing those kids do. Right, Cam? Isn't that what you're saying? Cam could hardly declare that he was wrong. Swearing again to Cam's silence, Doc says, "I don't misunderstand me. I'm not attacking you. So that everybody is dispensable to somebody, even those kids. Maybe just a nuisance to the state, per beggars. But their parents are indispensable lives to protect at all costs. Am I wrong?" A kind-handed fellow, Kind thinks. You're too kind to agree that could be fatal for a soldier. From the direction of castle comes the sound of a great bell. Emergency assembly signal to the soldiers patrolling the seats. Medicine seems to have arrived for them. Let's head back. Doc pipes up, apparently returns from his gloom. Let's be good boys and take the miraculous medicine that's going to save our lives, protect the kingdom. Sora filled forward and spriting for his words pierced through Kind through the heart. As following down, Doc tells Kime his plan to desert. "I'm only telling this to you, Kime," he says when we're patrolling Marketplace again. "I know the punishment for desertion is harsh. I'm not sure I can make it all the way. And if caught, I know we'll be court-martialed and executed. He's resigned himself to that possibility," he says, which is why he wants to make sure that Kime knows the purpose of his desertion. "I'm not betraying my country or the army. I just have to deliver this." Another would pad on the tablet that was issued the day before. "You didn't take it?" Kime asked, shocked. "No, I filled them," he chuckles. Teenagers are surrounding us, including the open sand. I'm going to deliver the tablet. Uh-huh. Doc holds out his hand now, pointing towards the mountains south of the capital. The foot of those mountains is the village where I was born. My wife and son are there. Just 5 years old, he was sickly since he was born. If he gets disease, it's all over him. So you got to give him the medicine. You think it's wrong for me to do that? Just fixed by Doc's scare, Kime's lost for words. Suddenly, in gentle Doc's eyes betray a murderous gleam. Maybe a soldier dedicated to protecting the nation, but for that I'm a father of a son, and for that I am a human being. I don't give a damn about the kingdom's ranking of lives according to whether or not they are indispensable. I see the life of one human being who's indispensable to me. Doc's eyes take an added strength. They're bloodshot now, clear proof of his dissolve. Believe now I can be back in the barracks and roll call tomorrow morning. I'll leave home as soon as I give him the medicine. So unless you can do this one favour, don't cause any commotion until then. No, of course not, but not sure I can make it. But I'm sure my boy will just die if I stay here. He'll prove free if he has the medicine. There's even the slightest possibility of that. I have no choice but to take a chance. They'll kill you if they catch you. I don't care. I can die of pride knowing it did save the life of one person who most important to me. What if you get sick? All I can do is leave it up to fate, Doc smells. Human beings can't do anything about fate, but I do want to do everything I can as a human being. That's why Doc's revealed his plan to Kime. One thing, Kime, to kill me or if I get sick and die, I'm going to depend on you to visit my village in town and tell my wife and son what happened. I surely know I didn't desert because I got fed up the army, and it saved my son's life, which is something way more important to me than the army rules, and more important than my own life. I was satisfied as long as that message gets through, he says with a smile. Kime has no way to reply to this. Not that Kime fully accepts everything the dog has said to him. He's convinced much by Moran's reasoning, as he is overwhelmed by something that transcends reasoning, power of life. But the strength and depth of Doc's desire to save a life precisely because it is something that will eventually be cut off by death. Gonna make a run for it while they're patrolling the marketplace. Must you look the other way. Tell him I disappeared when you took your eyes off me for a split second. Kime can do nothing but accept Doc's plea in silence. He sees it deep in the hearts of those who love as a finite life as a place that cannot be entered by those who have been burdened irrecoverably with life everlasting. Two men reach the far end of the marketplace. Alright then, sorry to put you through this, Doc says. Turns towards the exit, about to plunge the crowd when it happens. Shell comes bounding out the alleyway. Same shouty dressed girl from the sun's around past the men yesterday laughing. Today she's alone, crying her head off. Surrounded with wild eyes, she spots Kime and Doc in uniform. She comes in shouting, "Help, help!" What's the matter, Doc asks? She takes his hand and leads him in the alleyway to prevent the surrounding people from hearing what is about to him. My brother, she bursts out. He's sick, he's got high fever, he's sick all over. We've got to do something, he's gonna die. Kime and Doc look at each other. How are your parents? Don't you have a mother or father to take care of him? What parents? Girl retorts cheerfully. Died a long time ago, it's just me and my big brother. Please help him, please. I just Doc Mark's fidgeting, ready to run. There's a Kime pleading with eyes. Kime kneels down but looks the girl straight in the eye. And this video start, yes. Just 3 minutes ago. Leaving to pick up vegetable scraps and he fell down. A little time has passed since he struck. He can still be saved by the medicine. Of course, there's no medicine for slum children. Judging from a girl's wasted frame, her brother was eating poorly. The disease will all surely ravage his malnourished body and snatch his life in a matter of hours. Girl will not come down with the disease, of course. But even if it cannot attack her directly, she has lost the only other member of her family. There's no one to take care of her. Tiny things by to trace the same fatal path as their parents and brothers soon earlier. Please help my brother, please. She clings to Kime and Doc, huge tears streaming down her cheeks. Kime gives her a slight silent nod. He rises slowly and reaches for a small leather pouch down and gives her a soul hilt. When you let full of it, here's Doc saying to the little girl, "Don't worry." Doc's holding it in his hand, just smiling gently. Found his hand is a tablet. Gives her to her brother. Doc says there's still time to save him. God gives him a puzzled look and hesitates to look at her. Hurry, do it now! She reaches for uncertainty and takes that hand with great care. Hurry home now! Doc says with a smile for her. Goes with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Her shrill, tearful voice rings out as she disappears in the alleyway. Glad it worked out like this time. Doc says with a smoking pale smile. Remember that deserter. I'm gonna give you anything you worry about. No, it's a good thing. So as he's trying to convince himself, even not stapling an agreement. Surely he could have not done this without regrets, even especially as his son is home should take sick and died. His voice is calm, however, he says. Couldn't help it. I saw that little girl crying like that, and I still don't understand. Because there's another deep nod. Still, Doc. Never mind, don't say a thing. Doc cuts him off and squints towards the alleyway, going round down. There's absolutely no rank order to lives. The only thing that matters is to save a life you see with your own 2 eyes. I know what you mean. Because to save one slim cud's life, there's no guarantee he'll grow up to be a credit to the nation. Maybe all he succeeded in doing is prolonging the life of yet another drag in the state. Maybe after I get back to the bar, it's to stop thinking of other people I should have saved instead of him. On the other hand, Kime, he says, interrupting himself and turning to look at Kime as he considers yet another possibility. On the other hand, I look at this way too. It's just a matter of human instinct to save life for your very eyes. Maybe we learn those other kinds of ranking later. For the nation, or for the people, or even for my son. I may have failed as a soldier, as a father, but I think I did the right thing as a human being. Doc stops himself there and starts walking without waiting for Kime to reply, trying his embarrassment at his tortured reasoning. Seeing this, Kime produces a laugh and calls out to Doc as casually as he was suggesting go to time for drinks. Hey Doc! You forgot this. Now Kime finishes what he interrupted before reaching for the leather pouch tied to his sword hilt. From it he takes a small pill. What? You mean I didn't take it? Incapable of losing his life to his disease, Kime no use for medicine to begin with. Of course, he has no intention of telling Doc about that. Even when trying to tell him that he's lived 1,000 years, it's not likely Doc would take him seriously. You have a family, Doc. Lads, you'd give anything to protect. That is a great thing. Now Kime holds out a hand of a tablet the way Doc did earlier to the girl. I envy you, he says with a smile. Wait, Kime, wait, hey, I mean, I don't have a family, he says, encrypting depth of a smile. Responding to Kime's smile with a mixture of loneliness and worth. Doc silently accepts the tablet. Well now, would you look at that beautiful blue sky, says Kime. I just stand here a while looking up at it, not thinking about anything at all. This might be a good time for you to run home to your son. Kime does as he says, looking up at the sky. For long he hears the sound of footsteps running across the stone pavement. Sure you come back alive, Doc, Kime mutters. Kime swills along like a blue sky, so he disappears into the marketplace crowd. The general department store. Now, do I remember where that is? No. I know it's one of the floors, but I don't know which one it is. That's the inn. Oh, we already have wisdom earrings. Okay, they both learned that. That's okay. Right, so we're not doing the backyard battles just yet. Refugee camp. Oh. Apparently can't go that way. No. Uh-oh. I mean, I'd react that way to a baby crying too. The village closest to heaven. In a village ranked by geologic mountains, women give birth to many children. 5 or 6 is not uncommon. Just the other day, the wife of the village husband gave birth to her 10th child. Jesus Christ. And why do you think that is? Young fellow asks the traveller, looking down at the smoke blanket of the village. Can cocks his head in search for an answer. Meanwhile, the young man takes something out, like a piece of crystal candy from a small leather pouch into his mouth and says with a laugh, because they die right away. Children. Uh-huh. Hardly anybody grows up to be an adult. Most kids die after 5 short summers. My village husband's wife. She's lost 7 kids already. Whether a genetic problem or disease endemic to the area, the people of this village have always lived short lives, he says, from way, way back. Now you mention it, I haven't seen any old people here. See what I mean? A few decades ago, I'm told one person had to be 50, but people say as old as anyone's got in the whole history of the village. Well, they give birth to lots of kids. Give birth to a lot and lose a lot. If just one of them lives into adulthood, though, the family line is saved. village history continues. See my point? Young man is 16, as is his wife. First child is born to be any day now, literally today or tomorrow. The man crouches down at his canny his mouth. Let's get going, he says. On his wrists he finds the ropes he used to pull up the sled. He hasn't loaded the sled yet, but dragging it up to the the snow-covered road is hard work. This, he says, is why the pay is so good. And a few days earlier, he lost his good friend and fellow worker. He'd been his 3 years a senior. Time happened along. The young man asked him his help by pushing the sled from behind until they cleared the pass. Cam agreed, and they became an instant team. Cam circles round to the back of the sled and asks, "Are there any animals to pull the sled?" "Afraid not," says the young man. "That's strange what horses and cattle and donkeys all dying young. You can spend a lot of money at the town market buying an animal, a kilo for it's done a lick of work. Finally, the best way is for us humans to plough the fields, to pull the sleds ourselves." The arms of the young man himself is pulling the sled is massive. He forged through his road snow covered with powerful steps. His fellow worker is stronger still. He says, "Taught me to pull the sled, how to set rabbit traps, how to build a fire. All skills I need to live. All the love he would give to a kid brother. Before I knew it, he was gone. People always die here suddenly," he says. "Perfectly healthy to 1 minute, drop dead the next. The time for suffering, just like that. The time to call a doctor. Even if a doctor comes, there's nothing you can do." "Your friend died that way?" "Uh-huh. Shoveling the snow piled up overnight, clearing the road when he dropped dead. By the time I ran over to help him, he's gone. That's how it always is. Always. So they die. Grow-ups, kids, everyone. And you too then." "I guess so. Nobody knows when the moment is coming. Maybe decades from now, or it could be tomorrow." As cold pronouncement, the young man turns to look at Karen, pointing to his own chest with a smile. "Or even now?" His smile is genuine, but hidden despair, bitterness for the cruelty of his fate. "Are you afraid to die?" Karen starts to ask him, but stops himself. A stupid question, he decides, was not qualified to ask. Where could a man burdened with eternal life find appropriate words to speak to a man burdened with a threat of sudden death? Karen and the young man keep dragging the sled up the steep mountain path. Their destination is like beyond the pass. The man's job calls for him to cut ice from the surface of the frozen lake and transport it back to the village. In a village called the lake the Spring of Life. You trace the source of water that bubbles out of the ground here and there in the village. You always find up the Spring of Life. Karen nods silently. Nectar in the Spring of Life takes forever to melt. That's why, look, you can even do this. Again, the young man takes a piece of crystal candy, or rather ice, from the sour pouch and puts it in his mouth. Gives you energy. It's indispensable when doing hard work, or for pregnant women, or for infants. You put a piece in your mouth and it gives you instant strength. The man offers a piece of time, who nods again in silence. "What are you supposed to give any to outsiders? You're special because I'm putting you to work. If I give it to you, though, I want you to help me load the ice on the sled, and haul it by yourself on the way back." Karen suddenly accepts the ice from the young man, who assures him, "Tastes good too," and watches him smiling. Karen reverses his gifts somewhat and puts pieces in his mouth. The ice should be frozen water, but has a mild sweetness. It's just as Karen expected. He spits it out when the young man is not looking. "Poison. I know that taste," thinks Karen. Most people are used to this taste, so they think nothing of it. But doubt, though, there is poison in the ice. Long flow of time smooths out the wounds inflicted by history. Their permanent smoke cap peaks people forget the existence of the wide world on the other side. The man calls this lake the Spring of Life. Those who live far beyond the mountains, the source of their feeds lake used to know as the Pit of Death. Long ago, several hundred years ago, the entire river source was polluted and the poisonous metallic outflow from a mine. The river is filled with dead fish floating belly up, and the poisonous gas that arose from like a mist from the ground killed both earthbound animals and birds in the sky. Forest withered and the lively town that had grown up with the development of the town became a deserted ruin. Nature took many years to recover, but the forest eventually turned green again, which attracted small animals and eventually the larger animals that hunted them. People, however, never came back, and there was no one left to hand down the story of the tragedy that occurred at the river's source deep in the mountains. The only one who knows everything that happened is Kime, the man who has lived 1,000 years. Your man stands by frozen lake and takes a nice satisfying stretch. You know, he says to each other, sometimes I think this village is the closest thing to heaven in the whole world. Perhaps it's because we're too close to heaven or summoned by gods early on. Maybe that may be true. Kind of says nothing in response to this. Over many years, this lake has accumulated metallic poison that's flowed into it from upstream. Over many years, the poison in some of the soil has mingled with the groundwater, bubbling up in the spring of water which the village lake refers. Not an exact chemical makeup of the poison, but at least one it does not cause the villagers to suffer until the last moment of their lives. The accumulated poison suddenly takes its toll. This may be one fortunate aspect. On the other hand, it's certainly the misfortune it brings all the more conspicuous. Still, the man says he saws off a piece of ice for sure. I hope the children my wife will have living longer lives. 7 of 5, at least one of them will live long enough to grow up and have kids. For me, it's like finding some meaning in having been born in this world. This same as my father and mother, my grandparents. They had lots of kids and mourned the loss of lots of kids. Managed to read us 1 or 2 to adulthood before he died. What's it give her about life meaning? He wipes his sweat from his brow, puts another piece of ice candy in his mouth. That's the only thing ever I know, thanks guys. Everything that's been buried in the darkness of history. I tell the other villagers the tragedy after we repeat it. And it says, when the village baby was born here, they rang the village bell. When someone dies, they'd see it. The same for both. Birth and death are like two sides of the same coin. Sadness when someone dies. Everyone says it off with a smile and wish you go ahead of us to heaven and see if a good spot there for us. You understand that sentiment? I do, says Kaim. I do. So we've always done it. Welcoming lots of new lives to the village and sending off lives to heaven. Never much of a student, so I don't know exactly how to put this. But I think kind of like maybe the village close to heaven is a place where life and death are right next door to each other. Your man gets kind of a bar smile at the sound of his own words. Yes, because I'm about to have a kid that I'm starting to think about these complicated things. No, that's fine. It's exactly what you mean. Kind of says, the words leave his mouth. A bell sounds from foot of the hill. Several slow, long rings. That's it! Exclaims the young man. A child's been born! Tips his head and says again, as if savoring the sounds of the world, my child! The bell is rung likewise for birth and death, the young man says the sound. In each case, it's subtly different. A young villager learns to tell the two apart. He is considered to be an adult. Hope this one lives a long time. The young man says, choking with the flood of emotions that's shown on his face. Then he goes off to negate his own hopes for the future. Either way, whether it lives a long time or not, my child has now been born into this world. That's all that matters. I'm so happy. So happy. As little tears, he turns a beatific smile on Kaim, and then, still smiling, he collapses where he stands. Kaim lays the young man's corpse in the sled and returns to the village. As the young man said, the villagers accept his death with the same smiles they had with birth of his baby. Death is no time for sorrow. Simply marks whether what has been called to heaven earlier or later. The young man's wife takes a nice candy from the leather pouch. He says behind, pays it gently into the baby mouth. Might go out strong and healthy, she is. Then I see a wonderful place up in heaven. But go there slowly, slowly. So you go to heaven. We go up there here in the village to tell you nice and big. Her words with a gentle tone of a lullaby. Kaim says nothing. He is understanding flinching for what is right. His silence may be a crime, but burdened with eternal life, Kaim knows how to respect the right can be. For history, people have fought and wounded and killed each other in the name of what they declare to be right. Wow. With what's happening in the world right now, by comparison, the look of the dead young man's face is tranquility itself. The village shows his heaven is filled with happiness indeed. Baby starts to cry. Started wailing as like a celebration of the beginning of his own life, or short that life was likely to be. Kaim leaves the village with a smile on his face. The village bell begins to peal, reverberating for clarity throughout the distant mountains as though blessing on the young man who lived life to its fullest with neither resentment nor regret. And when this too long life of mine draws to a close, Kaim winks. Now it's enough the sound of bells like this if possible, because he knows that day will never come. Kaim walks on, never stopping, never looking back. His long journey is far from over. reprisal. Guys, can't see if it's so gloomy inside here. If we can get this magic engine working, guessing it's broken. Actually, I have no idea how it works. Well, magic Lucian. Let me look of it. Go in the jiffy. Really? Actually, there's 6 magic broken engines here. Pay for it if you can repair them all. 6? There's a lot to ask, isn't it? Alright, I'll take care of them. That's 4. That's 5. And this is the 6th one is down here too. And I missed it. Wow. Just instant death effect. The waterfall lights deep in the forest, one of the days travelled from the nearest village. Said to be a holy place. Search for the divine amid the towering peaks, pilgrims stand beneath the plunging falls in their final ascetic practice. The water of the falls is freezing cold. All it takes is a momentary lapse of concentration. The person is hammered down by the rushing water. Stones of Heaven. The pilgrim calls this waterfall the Stone of Heaven. Heaven is testing their mental and physical strength, they say, by hurling an endless stream of stones down upon them in the form of a powerful waterfall. The stones have mysterious power, Reverend Pilgrim says with kind with a pine smile. Actually, he himself failed in this final austerity, he adds. Different stones of heaven fall each person, since they see into your heart. What do you mean, Kime asks. The burden you bore, dreams you dreamed in the secular world appears to you one after another. His own case, he says. What came first to him were the voices of women. When you're plowing down in the basements of the falls begins by women voices. Sweet voices whispering in my ear. Voices sobbing. Voices moaning in a lover's embrace of God. An incredible variety. And for better or for worse, I knew every single one of them. Thrilled to hear them again, as I hated remembering. Meaning, you've got yourself into a lot of trouble involving women? And indeed, not the best or anything, but there was one battlefield I knew better than anybody. I survived. A lot of women cry. There were a lot of them I loved. My whole purpose in undertaking the austerities was put life behind me, so to have you know that what they're doing. The final test to go after your greatest weakness. Where slightest bit you've had it, or slams you down, your austerities are over. The man feels a stick kindling into the campfire. And I'm not the only one, he continues. One fellow heard the voice of a mother he hasn't seen since he was a little boy, and heard the voice of his dead child. Is it always voices? Much it was. If you hold up through the voices, the waterfall mist starts changing in the shapes of people. You see somebody you hate it so much in the secular world you want to kill him. When it's on load shirt you have to go on the highway get it from. Will not flinch and you're done for. This particular says they can only reform once. There's no second chances. Some is reserved for a whole day and night and he feels in the end there's no choice but to turn the secular world into defeat, as this man did. Not that it's easy for me to get my feet together once I was back there either. The man chuckles and calls out to the young pilgrim, and precisely the young man who was a pilgrim until a few months ago, has now just dragged himself up to the lip of the basin in utter dejection. Hey, young fellow, campfires over here. Got liquor over your outside, some fresh gold milk. Get a little out of the stomach and you'll have the strength to make it down to the village. Man says his milling and master as his living as master of tea house by the waterfall. Tea house hype. Of course pilgrims undergoing austerities carry no money with them, but the man is not expecting to become rich doing this work. With bodies chilled by its long hours pounding under the waterfall. Fries a warming fire, food and drink. Sometimes even money in the town of moment when they first go down to the village. Payment can be made at any time. Many can be bringing money after they started taking in earnings again from jobs they found in the secular world. He sets on a date for repayment. He takes some IOUs. Says he's fine with that. Or some you don't pay any at all? Can I ask? Of course there are. Man says matter of factly. I think we're in his tea house. another kind of discipline for myself. Another kind of discipline. That's right. Stones of Heaven will only accept the strongest pilgrims, ones unperturbed by anything. The role I want to play is to accept the ones who are broken by the Stones of Heaven. The weak human beings. I want to go on accepting the weakest of the weak. The kind who will not only succumb to the Stones of Heaven, but who will feel to pay their food and drink afterwards. That is your kind of discipline? Exactly. Makes it hard for a living, that's for sure. I was prepared to deal with cheats and weaklings. There are a lot more than those I've ever banged for, he declares with a hearty laugh. Then quickly turns serious and says, tell you the truth, I think that's less of a form of discipline than there's a way to get even. Get even? With whom? Those gods, wherever they are, keeping hurling down the stones of heaven. Humans are weak, shockingly so in the eyes of God. But I think this is not just because of what happened to me. Being weak is the best thing about human beings. Weakness can make us cunning, but also make us kind. Weakness can torment us, but just as easily be our salvation. Don't you see? The gods are hurling down their stones of heaven just make people aware of their own weakness, just make us savor of their own powerlessness. This is drop my trousers and mend them. It's like a bare bottom said to them, I'm not like you. I'm not going to punish human beings for their weak, except for what they are, weakness and all. The man feeds a new piece of kindling to the fire and says with a shy shrug, guess I got carried away. Kind of smiles and says as to say, not at all. Tell me now, and goes on, so you're a traveller. You say you're a pilgrim. You're right, I'm not. Trying to cross over the pass and took the wrong road. Oh, is that you here? I'll give Stone of Heaven a try. There's something to talk about. No thanks, kind of says smiling. What's the matter? Are they going to show up wherever it is that checks you up? Nelson smiles and nods. Can't say I blame you though. There's a stake of my kind. Not be at least a bit afraid of such a thing. What scares him is the opposite prospect. That of not being shaken up. Of encountering himself a person unmoved by anything at all. Anyway, he suicided and jumped into the waterfall without preparation. And how's that? Freezing cold for one thing. Even colder water bubbling up from the spring in the basin. The most well-conditioned person has to be careful and take time to accustom himself to the low temperature. Going all at once can stop your heart. The man jerks his chin in the direction of the falls to say, look at them. 2 new pilgrims are preparing themselves for the challenge of the stones of heaven. Men appear to be brothers. The little one kneels at the edge of the basin, splashing himself and massaging cold water into his skin from foot to heart level. Younger brother, back skull run done, tea in oven. What's for tea, Keeley? Make me feel hungry. The men appear to be brothers. The older one kneels at the edge of the basin, splashing himself. Oh, I read this, didn't I? The other brother is too impatient that he wants to jump right under the falls. The other brother cautions him to take all the time to accustom himself to the water's coldness. It's used quiet power of one who stood the most rigorous training. Oh, really, Keeley? I mean, I did ask, but that sounds really good. I would eat all of that very quickly. Aha! The tea house owner says the kind, smiling. But for a rare privilege, remember it seems for a successful attempt in a long while. You can tell, Kyle asks. You can't have you spent as much time here as I have. When some losers decided before the man even stepped under the falls. Having completed his meticulous preparations, the other rower enters the basin. Even then, the steps he takes are slow and cautious. The younger brother follows him in. Kick him with spray with every step. The younger one is hopeless, says the man with a sigh, and I'm stuck in kindling to the fire. Better get the liquor ready now, he mutters himself. The brothers stand side by side beneath the pounding waterfall, stones of heaven rain down upon them. As the man predicted, the elder brother, utterly calm, stands up to the onslaught of images sent by the stones of heaven. Also, as the man predicted, the younger brother yields to the stone of heaven and is beaten down into the basin of the waterfall. Then something happens that goes beyond what the man predicted. Writhing in agony, the younger brother bobs helplessly in the basin, unable to raise himself. He is drowning. He tears at his own chest. His heart is feeling. Oh, stew and dumplings as well. Keeley, you're killing me here with food. He is not very prepared to the heights of war. Help me, brother, please. The other brother doesn't move. He remains under the waterfall in total concentration. Hey, what are you doing there? Hurry up and help him, the man yells. The brother's expression remains unchanged. He never flinches. He's drowning. Can't just leave him like that. He'll die. I can't hear already. Yes, I know. I'll just be hungry until I get my dinner later on. He grits his teeth, keeps his eyes clenched shut, and shows no sign of moving out from under the waterfall. Says Sinclair, "This is it. This is the final test of the stones of heaven." Man screams, "You idiot!" Dies in a rolling basin of rash effort to help younger brother. For a moment, his untrained body hits the frigid water. The shock of it seizes his heart. Still, he reaches out towards the drowning brother, who is sinking beneath the surface. A great shudder goes through him. An enormous groaning takes hold of the young man's wrist and pulls his limp body towards him. He tries to return to shore, but his strength gives out, and he falls back into the water. Next is Kine starting to dive in the basin beneath the falls. Takes hold of two unconscious men, drags them towards the shore. Still to him pointed down Kine, is assaulted by one veteran after another. Battlefields, scenes from his wanderings, shooting stars, the climbing and sinking sun, raging winds, and the countless deaths of those he has come to know on his road in his all too long life. It'll do you no good, he silently declares to the gods hurling stones at heaven at him. My heart remains unmoved. I live through a reality far crueler than any phantom you can show me. Whether or not his life is a sign of strength, he does not know. He will not boast of it, nor will tell tale to others. He has ever lived it, that much is certain. He has lived for the years. Kine climbs onto the shore and lights the limp bodies of the tea house master and the younger brother beside the fire. Zorn exhaustively thanks the gods who hurled and stored themselves. Stones of heaven are inferior gods. If they could truly see into everything, they would never be foolish enough to show Kine scenes from his past. But what disturbing most would be the most welcome sight of moments from his own limitless future. Oh no, that means you're. I mean, you're not close to Sig mode, but. And if they were to ask him one simple question, for what purpose were you born? His knees would buckle in an instant. But I think that means you're also close to pick a game. You could also pick a game for me to play. I can't remember now my own talent points. First to regain consciousness is the young pilgrim. The tea house master's condition is critical. Kine's attempts to warn him and massage his clenched heart have little effect. Put yourself together now. Let me double check that actually before you spend anything, Keely. Let me just double check that. Oh, I can't. I can't from here. Crap. I thought maybe I didn't change that. Oh yeah, no, I did change that. I didn't change that. Whoops. Oh well. First regaining consciousness of the young pilgrim. The tea house master's condition is critical. Kine's attempt to warn him and massage his clenched heart have little effect. Put yourself together now. Look, got a fire here. Fire you built. Let it warm you. Kine stretches his ear till the bad finally manages to force his eyes and open a crack to remove his purple lips. Is he alright? Sure, he's fine. Don't worry. Oh good. Good. Put yourself together, man. Tell me though, strength seal this coldness? Never mind, stop talking. Because if that's true, the strength is coldness. I don't want any part of it. The man gives Kine a faint smile. Oh yeah, okay. I misread. So you're actually close to add a command, which means I basically make a command for Keely. Whenever Keely comes in, you actually have a command that only Keely can use. I think I can sort that out. I think. I don't actually know how you do that. Human beings are weak and fragile. All it takes is for a person to die, for a fist-side organ to stop beating. Human kindness, on the other hand, may derive from everyone's refined awareness of the fragility of life. Facing toward the Tea House Master's lifeless corpse, the younger brother hangs his head and cries. You're saving your points, probably for sing mode. I'm trying to get you to spend them so I don't have to sing. This weak man, defeated by the stones of heaven, shares heartfelt tears for the man who saved his life. His strong elder brother, meanwhile, still being pounded by the waterfall, unfazed by the stones of heaven. Surely his strength will be recognized by the gods, and will bring his ascetic training to perfect completion. Still, Kai finds the tear-stained face of the younger brother, beautiful in the way the stronger elder brother can never be. He wishes that he himself could be made like the younger man. Yep. And yeah, it's for 30 minutes as well. Sing mode is for 30 minutes, by the way. 30 minutes of me singing. You really want that, Katie? Like, do you really, I'm looking directly in the camera and saying, do you actually want 30 minutes of me singing? Do you actually want that? Anyway. Surely his strength will be recognized by the gods and he'll bring... You absolutely do. Okay. I tried. I tried. And he will bring his ascetic training to perfect completion. Still, time finds tear face. Tears stained face of the younger brother, beautiful in the way the stronger elder brother can never be. And wishes that he himself could be moved like the younger man. And it used to be 15 minutes, but Platt told me to extend it, and I did. So I did. It used to be only 15 minutes, but now it's 30 minutes. There's an unmatched nobility in the last smile of the tea house master. He gave up his life to save that of a complete stranger. Kind wishes that he could experience such feelings. And what of my own face? Even for 1,000 years of life is not strength. Burdened with a life he cannot lose, will Kaim ever be able to change weakness into kindness? This he cannot tell. He can only live, unknowing. He can only walk on. He can only continue his journey. Kaim looks at his reflection in the basin of the waterfall. The water is heaving his surface he sees. The trembling face of a lonely wanderer. Okay, so that's not that one, but time for more reading. Wrong one. Actually, I can rest here. I think I'll rest here. To restore my MP after I did a bit of menuing. Ow, it hurts. Once I get better if I take my medicine, but it still hurts. Time for more reading. This is basically story time with James, the session. Signpost. I'll be gone soon, Henry says. So it makes no difference. A life like this. She smiles with some effort, puts a grey tablet on her tongue, and swallows it. I can never do that. That's a fun fact about me. I can't take tablets like that. Use or possession of this drug by ordinary people is prohibited by law and strictly controlled. The person taking it feels as if every bone in his or her body is melting. All anxiety and cares of life vanishes as individuals wander the space between languor and pleasure. Why don't you take one too? Anne pulls another tablet from her leather pouch and holds it out to Kime, who's standing by her bed. Card, he says with a grim smile as she shakes his silence, and he places a second tablet over the tongue. How many pills does that make today? Kime asks. I forget. With the eyes, Henry stares with space and sighs. This is an addiction. A serious one. Are we actually doing a fucking drugs angle here? How do you feel, he asks. Not bad, she says. Very happy. She gives him a smile. It's deeper and softer than the earlier smile, but maybe too deep and too soft. It appears to be a smile of ultimate bliss, but for that very reason, also has the frightening quality that chills up the spine. The drug is called Signpost. That's not its formal designation, of course. People started calling it as a secret code word to avoid persecution. The term caught on. Signpost is, however, the single most appropriate name for this drug. Each pill takes the user one step further down the road. When withdrawal symptoms strike, the person rushes to take the next pill, therefore advancing yet another step. Farther, and farther, and farther. The road marked by the signpost is a soothing one, entirely free of pain or suffering. At the end of the road, however, there waits only death. The use and possession of signposts is so strictly prohibited that it's seen as an invitation to gradual suicide. How many more pills? I wonder. Anne mutters strangely, stretching her emaciated body full length on the bed. It's a question that Kime cannot answer. He knows that she is nearing the end of her signpost journey. It is for this that Kime has been called to this hospital, which is a facility for people on the verge of death. I have no regrets, Anne says. None at all. This way I can die pleasantly, quietly, like going to sleep. Her empty eyes are fixed on Kime, but seem to register nothing. I'll be fine. He reaches into the leather pouch again. You probably shouldn't do that, Kime says. I'm telling you, I'm fine, she says, laughing weakly, and placing a third signpost in her mouth. She closes her eyes. Her sunken eye sockets harbour dark shadows. Kime settles herself into the chair by her bed. He whispers to say more, but she seems to have fallen asleep. Her breathing is calm. A slight smile plays upon her sleeping face. The signpost seems to be working. Without the drug, hammer-like pains in her back and violent chills would prevent her from sleeping. Even worse than the physical suffering would be fear of approaching death. More than a girl than a woman, young Anne was struck by a mortal illness. And over the long battle with the disease, the doctor gave up all hope of treating it and prescribed signposts for her instead. Many people are not allowed to use the drug, but special permission would be given to patients for whom there is no hope of recovery, in order to afford them a peaceful death and bring their lives to a quiet close. In other words, to not die without having to deal with regret or despair. Before Kime began this work, the doctor explains the effects of the medicine to him, concluding with a smile. In other words, Steinford forgives all the debts the person has built up towards life. Anne-Marie wakens. After she's confirmed Kime's presence at her bedside, she says, "You don't have to worry," and closes her eyes again, smiling. "I'm fine. I think I can just go like this." So, she knows there are other possibilities. In certain rare cases, signposts have undesirable side effects. Sometimes at the very end, when the person is just beginning to slide into the abyss of death, there can be an attack of nightmares. The patient experiences a literal death agony. Jesus Christ. Even though signposts has provided such a wonderfully tranquil departure on the person's final journey, every last bit of tranquility can be swept away at the cusp of death. Or still, some patients conclude their hallucinatory episode with a frenzied physical outburst, and have barely enough strength to breathe until tormented by the nightmares that lash out violently enough to break the bed and strangle the caregiver and attendants. Such could be the mysteries of the human body, or even more so, the human heart. This is why Kime is here. He is to stand vigil by Henry's deathbed against the remote possibility that she might be tormented by his nightmares and go wild under the influence of signpost side effects. Let us supply them with yet another drug. It is a poison that will kill the patient instantaneously. Gaz was instructed to administer it to Henry as soon as she begins to exhibit strange behaviour. Believe me, this is a humane measure, the doctor said. Not murder by any means. Ugh. Fine line. The face of a patient who has suffered a drug side effect is truly grotesque, not something that anyone could stand to look at. A person's death should never be that excruciating. This is a final kindness to give to that person a quiet, peaceful ending. Karen was not entirely convinced by the doctor's rationale. Neither, however, he was able to bring himself to take issue with it. Now he can only hope that, led by her signpost, Anne will be able to pass her final moments in peace. Some part of her inner self might be paralysed at the moment, and her empty eyes might never regain the former gleam. But she is happy that way. It is nothing that anyone has the right to deny her. Waking again, Anne reaches for another signpost, but drops the leather pouch. Sorry, but would you pick it up for me? She asks Kime. She no longer has the strength even to hold the pouch. Her final moments are closing in. Kime lifts the pouch from the floor, but when she asks him to put a tablet in her mouth, he hesitates for a moment before complying. Her tongue is dry and rough as sandpaper. She really must be nearing the end. Having taken another signpost, Anna seems to be overtaken by that languorous feeling again. She moves to the flesh of her cheeks in a way that has no meaning, releases a feeble sigh and says, I was just dreaming. What about? About when I was little. Everyone was there. My father, my mother, my big brother, and sister, all smiling. This is not a good sign. The drug might be having a bad effect. As the signpost is working properly, she should not be dreaming, especially about her family. The more lingering attachment or regret or sadness a person retains, the more likely he or she is to experience side effects. This is precisely why the family is never admitted to the patient's room. Final formulas are made before the administering of signpost, and after everything is finished, do they meet again. Everyone is such in a good mood. Kime wonders if he should give her another signpost. I'm wondering if when I was born that my parents had never imagined I would die so young. Or a seasoned caregiver would probably give her another pill without hesitation. Then Anne would fall into another piece of sleep if any thoughts to disturb her, perhaps ever to wake again. Kime, however, sets the leather pouch on the shelf and waits to hear what else she has to say. Anne herself does not request another signpost, but moves the sunken flesh over her cheeks again. This time the movement takes the form of a deliberate smile. You know, she says to Kime, I'm beginning to wonder about what? Why I was ever born. Kime's at a loss for words, but she does not let this prevent her from continuing. I mean, if I'm going to die so young, and I've never had the chance to fall in love, isn't it better if I'd never been born at all? Kime nods as if to tell her that he understands. When was I ever born? This is a question that Kime himself has been pondering throughout his endless journey. He's still not finding an answer. Maybe never will. My mother and father will be sad, I'm sure. You'd better rest now. Maybe I was born to make my parents sad. Close your eyes and take a few long, deep breaths. Can I have some more medicine? This time he gives it to her without hesitation. Thank you, she says simply the first time. Closes her eyes. I guess it's possible I might never wake up again. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's a good thing to die without suffering, isn't it? It probably is. And to die with your head in the fog without thinking or feeling anything? That's a good thing too, isn't it? Kime says nothing. This is a question he cannot answer. A question he doesn't want to answer. Don't think anybody wants to answer it. Anne falls asleep without asking him anything else. She's still sound asleep when the doctor examines her and tells Kime she'll probably pass away before the night is out. And it's late that night, close to dawn, when Anne begins to suffer. I'm sorry, Mummy. I'm sorry, I ate the jam. It was me. She's running a high fever of large drops of sweat on her forehead as she moans deliriously. It's taking so long, Daddy. Hurry, hurry, the butterfly's going to fly away. Kime wonders if she's reliving memories of early childhood. You hit me. Big brothers shouldn't hit their little sisters. You're bad. I'm going to tell Mommy. Convulsions rack her entire body. Let me in! I play with the big girls. Doesn't end with her delirium. She starts moving her arms as if trying to embrace family members floating above her. This is what they're afraid of. The side effects. Take me with you, please. I want to stay here. Don't leave me. Her cries mingle with tears. Hallucinations seem to have taken the place of past memories in her empty eyes. Please. I'll be good. Until you tell me, Mummy and Daddy. Take me with you. In fact, just the opposite is happening. The ones being left behind are the family who so loved their youngest daughter, Anne-Marie. Don't leave me alone! Mommy, Daddy, come back, please! You feel her pain and sorrow. Her convulsions become increasingly violent. Her face contorts in agony. Alerted by commotion, the doctor comes charging in her room. What are you doing? He shouts at Kine. Put her out of her misery now. Kine knows what he should do. This is what it's hired for. The poison that will prevent Anne-Marie from suffering anymore is within easy reach. When it takes a little softly, however, it's not the poison. But the hands that Anne-Marie stretches out into empty space. What are you doing? The doctor shouts at him. Stop it. This is a direct violation of your duties. You're fired. Kine's orders a fuming doctor and says simply, quiet, please. What the hell are you? But the doctor breaks off his shout when he catches the sight of the look on Anne-Marie's face. She is smiling. Are these my mother's hands? My father's? Big brothers? Big sisters? Tell me, whose hands are these? She asked joyfully. Reading the strength of Kine's grasp, she squeezes back, an almost indescribably happy smile on her face, tears streaming from her eyes. I'm here with all of you, together, always. Her convulsions have subsided, and her breathing has calmed down. Kine whispers her near. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Daddy? Smiling through her tears, she says, I know it's you. Kine smiles back at her and says, I'm speaking for all of us, for me, your mother, your brother, your sister, when I say thank you, Anne-Marie. And she's almost embarrassed when she asks, for what? For having been born, Anne-Marie. For having come to be with us, for having allowed us to share time with you. Mummy and I and brother and sister, I'm also grateful for you for that. Unfortunately, life has its limits. There are long lives and short lives. And life, even more unfortunately, there is happiness and unhappiness. There are happy lives and unhappy lives. For all of this, however, for a chance to be alive in the world, for a chance to have lived life in this world, the only thing to say is, thank you. Dang! Okay! Yeah. Kine says this to her, and Anne-Marie gives her slender chin a little shake and says, no, I should be one thanking you. All of you. These are Anne-Marie's last words. The look on her face in death following the torment of the drug-induced nightmares is neither tranquil nor peaceful. It is, however, happy. Are you really leaving us? The doctor asks, Kine with a genuine show of regret. Dressed for a road Kine smiles and says, I don't think I'll be performing the duties of a caregiver properly. To tell you the truth, Kine, so I can't remember the way the fact it's even possible to do it your way. The serious look he adds. Wonder if your hands give some sort of substance like signposts. Or else I can't imagine how she could have died so happily. Kine turns towards palms towards the doctor. There's ordinary hands, nothing special. I'm not sure about that, the doctor says. So the size started properly, maybe. Kine says as far as to say, find a thing. He does have one point to make to the doctor. I've seen lots of people die alone. Maybe a lot more than any of you doctors have. So I wanted to bring her together with the family at the end. It's the reason I took her hands. Dr. Vague nods, suggesting he is not convinced, but Kine is through talking with him. He strides off towards the highway. He must continue his journey. His journey will go on as long as he is unable to reply to Anne-Marie's question. Why was I ever born? Anne-Marie had a family, at least. Her life consisted of her joining and leaving her family. Kine has not even had that much. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Why does the passing man draw Kine along his endless journey? A journey without signposts, This is why Kaim is always free and always alone. Drugs are bad, okay? Sorry, I had to do that line to try and bring some some joy to what I just read. Just drugs are bad, okay? Let me save, because that's a lot of reading. I don't want to do all of that again. Black Cave. Enter from the north. Check around the area in the middle of the map. So that's one of the magic slots the extension Nora mentioned. So the magic gauge right out of it. Magic gauge installed. Grab a firefly and take out the east end dead end. This is easy, isn't it?
This does not look good!
Oh, that's a lot. Of course I missed.
Nature to lose.
Okay, good. Ah, here it is. Boop. Rolls here broken. We get the Master Sword. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't I need 13 hearts for that? Apparently not. Oh, come on. I love Shadowless. It just does so much damage to everything.
It's not in my nature to lose.
Okay. Oh, the thing about here is just to be very careful of the holes.
expect?
Okay, wind resistance up, that's good. Oh, I think I went the wrong way.
Oh no, look out!
Of course, get a miss.
Leap before you look, I always say.
Okay. Right, Ice Canyon next. Wrong one. Oops, wrong one again. Check out Northeast. Yeah, it's one of the magic spots. Garner told us investigate research. Put yourself the budget beat here. Climb Northeast Path to find the Brecknar seal. Yeah, that's not gonna help.
That seemed like a needless battle.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give you that. So not one that had. I guess not. Climb Northeast Path. Yeah, I did that. Doesn't mean it's here. No, it's Wizard Peak. This is definitely in Slowest Plateau. I might need to Google where this is.
Let your guard down, eh?
Yeah, definitely know where this is.
I must write about this in my journal.
It says that's... I might need to find a video on this. I can't see it. Hmm. Then alphabetical, I'll try this instead. Oh. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Really? Right above where you fought the boss. How do you get up to it though?
Keep your guard up.
What a waste of time.
I might come back to this. Because I don't have a clue where this is or where it could be. Oh, it is up that way. I'm an idiot.
This does not look good!
not dead.
Well, what did you expect?
This is all I had to do. There we go. Okay, good. Everyone learned lovely black magic. Good, 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 good. Now, set here, we get double SP. Burning Cave. Okay. Thinking. Well, I don't need that yet until I get his next skill, effectively.
Let's take him down.
I'm okay.
Whoa, I'm getting too old for this.
I guess I can basically equip whatever the heck I want with this one. Did I ever say how much I hated this area? Is this it? I don't think this is it.
If it's a fight you want, you got it.
Don't need that for her. Don't need that for her either. Feel I don't really need attack power up for her, so get rid of 2 accessories. I mean, I might as well just to have something on, but Royal Emblem. Yeah, I feel I definitely should have went the other way through the dungeon, but it's fine.
Ha! Not too smart, eh?
This crit.
That was close.
Ultimate analysis. What's ultimate analysis do? Reveals all information. That's good.
If it's a fight you want, you got it.
That worked.
That seemed like a needless battle.
Are we out? Right. Epsilon Mountains. Enter from south. We're almost done. It's all the way to the peak. That worked.
I did it! A perfect battle!
I'm gonna bury you.
That worked.
I better not see your face again.
Oh, shield and counter up. Well, it's another day running people as this. Y'all travelers? Yeah, I guess it's that. How are you, Grunts? What are you doing here? I was wondering, I remember this thing. Smart used to be famous for rich in ore. Come here and get components from smithing when I was young. Whereas was mined out construction and grad stuff up ahead. The coal mine is closed. There's nothing left.
You want a piece of me?
What a waste of time.
There's a save of stop +5, which is what I wanted. I think this isn't working in Magic Research says it's magic location. Kinda hard to tell though. Oh well, guess put Magic Gauge down here. Now go to Ura.
We've taken the advantage.
Oh, that's a big bird. Wind, ground, I think? Fire, I think. Wind is fire.
I better not see your face again.
Learned resourceful. And I think because Seth has got a gun,
Wasn't even near my level.
he can basically, like, kill anything. Because it's gun. So I think we're almost done, aren't we? Yeah. So because we're basically going into another we're going into a dungeon, and I don't want to start a dungeon right now. So once I do all these, it actually will end early.
Hey, take the initiative, I always say.
Although this one seems pretty short, so we might be able to do it.
That was close.
Waterproof. Monorail Castle Station.
Future awaits us. Think back with me to our precious country as it was just a few dozen years ago. Before the magic industrial revolution, our streets were dark. There was barely movement on our plates. No new surprises to
Tough seat.
in our lives. You may have fond memories of the past, but in
Then back to Gongora's mansion. I'm actually going to save it before we go down here. I think I haven't saved it in a bit. Secret cave. Downstairs, get some chests.
Let's just stay calm.
And this is why I saved it. Because I forgot these things freaking petrify you.
I'm out of here.
I totally forgot about that. So let's Yeah, definitely don't want to. Yeah, definitely didn't want to mess with that. So I have to send first ladder. For pot. Send first ladder. Jump gap to east, examine the valve. Okay. Send second ladder. For pot. Who put 5,000 gold in a pot? Examine valve.
I'm gonna bury you.
Yeah, these things are rough.
It appears I've still got a lot to learn.
We did just learn a lot of things there. I feel I don't need. Bramwall. Recurring necessities furries examine another valve. Click ground to spawn. First cross east examine the valve. What? Send for ladder first cross, now sniffle on the left side to step into obscure corridor. Magical lock key. Prepare for taking northeast exit.
I can't afford to lose.
Counters crisis defense and MP max up 2. Guess I just go for... Well,
Are we trapped?
well,
You know you get scared way too much, Shorty.
Yeah, well, you look scared too.
Oh, very clever. Funny. Yeah. What is your what are you hiding behind your mama?
Wait. What did you just say?
Okay, okay. If we go against each other, we play right into Gongora's hands.
It looks like something's happening. Be on guard.
well, this is bad.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
What is it with video games and creepy dolls? Like, I know they're creepy and that's the point, but still. Ow.
It's not in my nature to lose.
Um. Oh yes, need relax and MP up. So what am I missing here for her? Oh yeah, I don't think I put Angel Heart on her. Three pendulums, canister. What could this be? Something Gore is possibly given its hidden place like this. Let's check it out. Maybe it's find out what's been up to in the 30 years we've lost.
I have been sent on a mission. I'm not from this world. However, I've been sent to investigate this world. I have teleported across time and space. My consciousness continued even after I took on a physical form, and remains to this day. My home world and this world, for some reason, the two worlds seem to be linked on the same axis across space and time. Our world was becoming extremely unstable. Reports have begun to circulate that it would collapse. We believe this to be caused by interference from another world. This world, that was on the same axis as ours.
Are we playing Tales of
Our
Symphonia?
pure world was being warped and distorted by some unknown force, not unlike a virus distorting a living being. Over the course of time, we realized that this virus could well be a soul or spirit. The interference from that other world was from the souls of its inhabitants. They were producing some form of energy that was distorting our world. Why did it have such an influence? To understand the cause of this phenomenon, to study this interference, we established a quantum teleporter, a means to send our consciousness to this other world.
A quantum teleporter. Oh god.
And so we came to investigate. Including myself, there are 5 investigators. The others are Kaim Argonar, Zeth Balmar, Ming Numara, and Sarah Sisuart. We arrived here without memories of our home world, and now live among the native inhabitants of this world while we carry out our mission. 1,000 years was chosen as a time frame sufficient to develop a deep understanding of this world's inhabitants. The way we arrived, with our memories locked away, has allowed us to become like the people we now live among. However, I awoke to the memory of this mission some days ago. I am leaving this recording so that this world may know that I existed. Given that time flows differently on the two worlds, we shall appear to neither age nor die on this world. The 1,000 years of our investigation is equivalent to the passing of only a single year on our home world. With the difference in the flow of time, we live much longer lives than those around us. By immersing ourselves in the history, culture, thoughts, and habits of this world, we succeeded in gathering detailed data. We will transmit our experiences to our home world, in the hopes that it will give us the means of saving it. An unexpected result of our mission is that the Tower of Mirrors is causing a variety of odd changes in the natural order of this world. Wild animals run amok, and there are many sightings of monstrous creatures. The natural magic energy of this world has changed. This may in fact be a blessing. Magic energy has dramatically improved the lives of these people. When our consciousness was reconstituted within our new bodies, there was a resonance with the magic energy. The possibility that our existence has imparted even greater strength to this world's magic energy is very likely. We have seen much in our 1,000 years here, which brings us to the true nature of the virus.
Oh.
The lives and history of the people here are extremely ordinary, and we have seen many dynasties rise to power and fall again into oblivion, as if they were nothing but trivial occurrences. And yet the existence of the virus on our world shows that the events of this world had a tremendous impact, making a history that will never be recorded in any book here. Their feelings that dominate the minds of the people of this world, their hopes and desires, their love and their hatred, their very lives and deaths. The events that bring fear or happiness to their every moment. All of these resulted in massive waves of something that interfered with our home world. The hearts and minds of the people is what moves this world. At certain times, this was evident by the feelings of affection toward others. At other times, it was shown by the unrestrained drive to satisfy a great ambition. In the time we have lived among the people of this world, we have realized that these feelings, previously unknown to us, profoundly affect them. And the effects of these feelings are causing the massive energy waves that are affecting our home world. From our standpoint, these feelings are simply a virus. But in the course of 1,000 years, we have found them to be a very seductive virus. While here in this world, I have been infected by the virus of feeling and have consequently attained powerful magic energy. To abandon this would be grievous and painful. To even think this way shows how deeply the virus has infected me. But the virus's seduction has been quite satisfying, and it still is.
And that's how Evil McEvil Person became Evil McEvil Person. A virus that works on people's emotions. Never thought about it that way, but you may be right in a way. Going Gora did that? Come on, don't let it pull the wool over your eyes. Couldn't use anything over the world. I know. Not right to let him go and abuse everything hold dear for his own cruel ambitions. Now to get the heck out of here. Right, gonna wrap up things here. Next time we're gonna go to the place where we're supposed to go. Yes, that's right, we're actually gonna progress the story. Because all of that was not progression. All of what I just did was side stuff. I told you today it was gonna be a side stuff stream. Gonna see if we can raid Mina. Nope. Friday.